School's been back in session for about a month now here in the good old USA, which means that students across the country are already sick of standing, facing the flag, and putting their hands over their hearts. Here are 5 annoying things about the Pledge of Allegiance. Number 1, it's said way too often. The ritual of saying the pledge every morning is introduced to us so early that most of us grow up not even questioning it. I think I must have been in high school before it finally occurred to me how odd it was that we said the pledge every day. Not on the first day of school, or on Veterans Day, or on the Friday before the long weekend of George Washington's birthday, but every single day at school begins with swearing a loyalty oath to the American flag. I mean, when I stepped back and looked at it objectively, it struck me as kind of creepy. Don't you think? I mean, for one thing, number 2, it reeks of insecurity. Was there a period in the 19th century when primary schoolers were just committing treason left and right? Because they never told us about that in school. Then again, why would they? But even if the loyalty of the K-12 population was a legitimate national security concern, saying the pledge on a daily basis is still pretty excessive. Presidents, judges, military personnel, they all have to say their oaths just the one time. What good is a loyalty oath if you can't trust people to keep it longer than a day? And if you can't trust people to keep it longer than a day, what good is making them say it the next day supposed to do? And the Pledge of Allegiance isn't even that great of an oath. It started out pretty bad. And number 3, it got worse after a rewrite. The current version of the pledge was adopted in 1954 when Congress amended the flag code to add the words "under God" to the pledge. Now, anyone who wants to say the pledge and mean it not only has to swear their allegiance to the United States, but also affirm the existence of a God. And I think we all know which God they're talking about. The concept of a loyalty oath that has to be repeated every day is silly enough, but the 1954 revision added a whole new problem to the pledge. Number 4, it's divisive and exclusionary. Given the history and religious demographics of the United States, I think it's safe to assume that the God referred to in "under God" is the Christian God. Now, you can stretch that concept a little bit and say the Judeo-Christian God, and that's a little bit more inclusive. And you can say, oh, it's the Abrahamic God, and make it roomier still. But no matter how much you blur the edges of the concept, you're always going to have people who just plain don't believe in any God. You're atheists, you're agnostics, you're irreligious folks of all types. What good is it to have a loyalty oath to your nation if a significant portion of the people living in the nation can't say it? Not only that, but having "under God" in the pledge implies that in order to be a true blue patriotic American, you have to believe in the existence of a God. And that's unjust. It's unfair. And number 5, it's un-American. Actually, given our long-standing commitment to division and exclusion of people on the basis of racial, ethnic, sexual, religious, political, and economic factors, it's pretty damn American, now that I think about it. But it shouldn't be. If we're going to have a loyalty oath to the United States of America, it should at least be one that all Americans can say with sincerity and pride, should they choose to say it. Personally, I think we'd be better off working to make ourselves a nation that inspires the allegiance of its people in the first place. We can cut 2 words and make the pledge more inclusive. Or we can aim a little higher and work a little harder and make the pledge redundant. The hardest part is picking only 5. Catch you next time. Hey folks, hope you enjoyed this one. If you did, please like, share, and subscribe. And also please consider helping me to make more videos like this one by supporting this channel through Patreon. You can go to patreon.com/Steve Shives to become a patron of this channel. Thanks for watching.